My name is Amanda, and this is my inspiring person speech. And the person that is the most inspiring to me in my life is my mom. My mom is my best friend. She lives in San Diego, and even with her living so far away, which is incredibly hard, I talk to her every single day. Without her, I'd be lost. My mom is the most supportive person you could have in your corner. She's the person you want on the sidelines cheering you on, pushing you to do better. I have forever, as long as I can remember, wanted to go to nursing school and become a nurse. And my mom has never let me forget about it. She pushed and pushed. And when I gave excuse after excuse, year after year, she didn't let me let that dream go. She kept saying, "You can do it. You're going to be a great nurse. There's no reason why you can't do it." And now, at almost 40 years old, I am in nursing school, and she calls me every day. "How are your grades? How is class? What are you learning? What are you doing?" And she's just my biggest cheerleader. My mom also has persevered through so much. My parents were married for 38 years, and my dad was in the Navy. And while we were kids, instead of moving us all around the world, my mom and dad decided to leave us here. And my dad would go overseas for 9 months, a year, and she took care of us all by herself. She had some family, but my mom didn't push us off on family or anything. She took care of us. She found ways to make money on the side, took us with her. I don't know how many times she would have little side jobs that she would take us kids with her. She made things work, and she has always told us, there's no reason to worry about things. If you can change them, you change them. If you can't, then you move on. There's no reason to worry about it. You do what you have to do. You suck it up. Things will get better. Things will change. You just do what you have to do to get through to the next step. And I carry that with me now when things are hard, when I have tough decisions, when I'm in a hard situation. I'm like, you know what? This isn't permanent. This isn't forever. You do what you got to do. And there's no sense in worrying about it, because if you can do something to change it, you change it. If you can't, then you move on and let it go. And my mom I can count on her for anything in the hardest situations, without question, without fail. My husband was in an electrical accident in 2020 and was on life support. And I called my mom, and she was on the next flight out from California and stayed here in Oklahoma and took care of my kids for 3 weeks while I stayed in the hospital with my husband. Without question, took care of everything. I didn't have to take care of a thing. Paid my bills, made sure my house was taken care of, my animals, my kids. I didn't have to worry about a thing. And I didn't have to, she just was like, this is what we do. We help each other. We're family. That's no questions asked. I can count on her to be there in the hardest of times. And she inspires me to be that kind of mom. I want to be that mom that my kids feel that way about me. And I want to be that for her. She's almost 70 years old. And so my dad passed away last year. And it was the first time in my life I'd seen my mom fall apart. And so I took care of everything. And when she thanked me, I said, "I'm just doing what you would do for me." And so that's why she's the most inspiring person to me.